I was planning to have breast removal surgery. At the time, I was in a relationship and I had been with that person for 6 years, and I believed that this was my wife. Genuinely believed it. After I started transitioning, I had been taking testosterone for 2 years. And after I started transitioning, I just remember feeling, you know, I'm still depressed, I'm still suicidal, I'm still struggling. Nothing really changed about my life except for my body, you know? Becoming a man didn't really help me. It just changed how I looked. And so I started looking for answers. I was like, okay, this isn't helping. This is not what I thought it was gonna be. I need something because something in my soul is missing. There's still something missing in my life. So ended up homeless, and I was working out at the gym at the time, and this girl she asked me to go to church with her. And keep in mind, she worked there. And she asked me to go to church with her, and I remember saying, no, you know, God doesn't want somebody like me in the church. I don't belong there. I didn't tell her that I was trans, and at the time, you couldn't tell. I passed very well as a male. But long story short, I ended up going that day, and I encountered God for the first time ever. I received so much, and I felt the love of God for the first time in my life. That was November 20th of 2019. So after I met Jesus that day, I pursued him for an entire year. I was reading my word, I was praying, I was still transgender during this time. And a year later, I was living with my ex at the time, bought the ring, you know, about to start my life with this person, and I'm in the prayer closet, and I'm like, God, why am I not seeing breakthrough in my life? I'm doing everything you asked me to do, and all of a sudden, God speaks to me and gives me a vision. In this vision, there was a man and a woman on one side, and then on the other side, there was a man and a woman and a woman. The man and the woman had babies. It was like glowing really bright, and it was like generations went down the line. And then on the other side, with the man and the woman, there was a red line under their feet, and it was black because you can't recreate life that way. So I'm staring at this like vapor, like this vision in front of my face, and God speaks to me and he says, I made man and woman so you could recreate and share the good news of my son, Jesus Christ. And he says, if the devil can convince somebody, a little boy or a little girl, a man or a woman, that they are gay, lesbian, or trans, he said, not only is the devil going against my will, because the devil's will is always against God's will, but the devil is wiping out entire family bloodlines, and generations of people that I intended to be born will not exist for my glory. So I just remember feeling, wow, I've been really selfish my whole life. Everything in my life was based on my feelings. Oh, I feel like I'm a lesbian. I feel like I'm trans. I feel like God hates me, and I was wrong. God loved me the entire time. I just had no idea about it because, unfortunately, his people didn't do a good job at telling me and showing me that. So I'm just sitting there and I'm crying, and God wraps this fiery blanket around me and he says, I love you no matter what you choose, but you have to choose today.